This D has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Escaping the pressure right. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's forced out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, Brissett. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got his man on the crossing route. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. A give to Bell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And
he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Golden Tate, 29 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett on first down. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Allen off the play fake. And he It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Over, 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 over! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got that one complete to Darbo. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders are back within a score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On play action, Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Allen going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here now Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Jones on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now back to throw. Open man, it's Allen. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, 28 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, L.A.! Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a first down and then some. Cuts it out to the sideline. Le'Veon Bell, 71 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back. And
that's caught inside the 30. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the...
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. The intended receiver there, Allen. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
The give is to Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. A toss play, Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Hot.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
On the counter, here's Bell. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Le'Veon Bell with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
No, check.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This is Gordon as they go to him again, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all.
To throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know you thought saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold up. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Set. Blue 90.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Golden Tate, 37 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
This is Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now he's flushed out left. Sheds up. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Detroit!
Allen now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 69 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out in the pistol. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is Bell on the dump off. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw, it's Allen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And again, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th-quarter stop? The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.